Once again, this is Know Yourself. We once promised you, that was the last time, that we're looking at time management. It's a series that we have designed for you, and we just looked at the definition. Today, we promise that we're going to look at relevance of time management in life. Time management, and if you like, its relevance or importance in life cannot be overemphasized. Time management plays a very important role not only in organizations but also in our personal life as well. Whether you are a student, a worker, an employee, an employer, or you are in relationship, a family man or what, all of us need to know the importance of time management. I'm sure we have come across this philosophical saying that time is money. Time is money, and it's true. Of course, the time that you have engaged someone talking on the phone for hours, just talking to a friend, that same time someone is utilizing it for something useful. That same time someone is reading something useful. That same time someone is using it for something productive. And so we're saying that it is so important for us not to forget that time is money. And so whenever you are wasting your time, whenever you are spending your time, I believe as we go through the series, you'll understand. You should be careful. Indeed, we should understand that time management in our lives, as whether students, family members, workers, employees, is something that we should take it seriously in life. Now, we shouldn't forget that the success or failure of our life, to a very large extent, all things being held constant, better time management is something that can help an individual improve. If you are a student, for instance, your grades as a student, how possible? It is because as people meet, just talk about doing nothing, you would have managed your time in such a way that even from your place of abode to lectures, as people will be using their earphones to listen to unnecessary things, you can even record your lecture notes so you can listen to it on your way in the bus. You have break time. And anytime you have about a block of 1 hour or 2, someone can make a very good use of it. So at the end of the day, you don't waste off. And by doing so, you will be improving upon your time. And as a result, your grades, it will reflect. Then again, all things being held constant, as I mentioned, time management, proper one, can help keep stress in check for those of us who are working. Whether you are the worker, whether you are the employer. Of course, we have deadlines that we need to meet at the workplace. Now, some of us would wait until an 11th hour before we start embarking upon that deadline. If it is something that you should have done about a month, you would sit down. But someone who is conscious about time management wouldn't wait until such a time. And therefore, you would start early, working gradually. You would have planned yourself. We'll go through the cycle and you would understand some of these concepts. And so, by the time the deadline is due, you would have already done it long ago. And so, you don't stress yourself so much. If you are a family woman, for instance, or a family man, for instance, again, you would need to also measure your time in such a way that you allocate some for your work and some time allocated for your family as well. If you're a woman, for instance, am I to wait until the end of the week before I wash all my things or to do all my household chores? No, maybe gradually within the week, you can apportion your time in such a way that you have certain things done gradually within the week. By the time the week ends, you've covered up, so you reduce stress. Again, time management can help you to be competitive in any chosen career or in any chosen field, assuming you are like me, a counselor, and counselors are people who are to be knowledgeable. How do you become knowledgeable? When you don't commit yourself into reading and to acquire the knowledge. And so the much time that you commit into reading and to acquire the knowledge, you speak and people get substance of whatever you are sharing. Other than that, any field that you choose for yourself, it could be any field. If you don't commit yourself to that field and then manage your time effectively, you stand somewhere and you find yourself wanting. Again, time management can help you stay relevant in life. Have you ever come across someone who is by nature multi-talented, multifaceted person, an individual? Yes, because the person manages his time or her time very well. He has time for almost everything. Someone can sit at a particular place for almost whole day without doing anything. And at the end of the day, when he sees someone who is also making use of that same period and is making it in life, you might think there's something juju or something behind it. So time management, indeed, I want us to understand that it's basic to the survival of all our life as individuals. If you do not use your time well, especially for students at the university level, your career and the life goals that depend on how well you do in your university program will slip like sand through your fingers. How possible? Yes, through this, if you don't manage your time very well as a student, what happens? At times, you are withdrawn from your university or place of study. This is because of lack of performance. Workers will fail to meet deadlines, thereby affecting your output, and hence some can lose their jobs. It can affect productivity if you don't manage your time well. There's no one right way. Of course, that is one thing I want you to understand. There's no right one way to manage your time. However, it is important to get to know yourself so you can make good decisions about how to use your time. Indeed, we all have 24 hours a day and possibly 168 hours in a week to use as we wish. However, some people make better use of this time than others, and therefore they gain the benefit of it. I am sure that henceforth we would manage our time effectively so we can stay relevant in life. We thank you so much. Once again, as I said, this is series, and our next topic is going to be also very exciting. We are going to travel you through our next episode, the time management cycle, and you know what it means or what it entails. Again, we are inviting your comments. We entertain you and implore you to like and to share. Thank you so much for your time.